Hey, what's good? I don't know if there's anyone here right now. If there is, hi. If there's not, oh well. Hope someone's watching the VOD at least. I don't feel like waiting anymore because I want to hyper-analyze the lore of this game because holy shit, I love Gerald's journal so much. It's one of the coolest things that they've ever introduced to the franchise. So, we are just going to talk over the audio because I do not trust YouTube to not censor me because of this music. Like, here's the thing. I normally don't really give a shit about playing video game music because I have found that even when I'm playing video game music, I am not going to get copyright claimed, like, ever, because video game publishers are generally chill about that. The exception is if there's just lyrical tracks, like by an actual band, say Crush 40, that's just there. And I'm not talking over it, I don't have gameplay attached to it, it's just being played. So, okay, how much of Gerald's journal do we have? We're missing the last several pages, but I am tired of waiting around. So, let's dive right on in. Commander. Okay, checking audio seems to be fine. Okay. From Archival and Requisitions Department to Commander Abraham Tower. Commander, your request for tangible evidence of the ARK incident 50 years ago produced very little results. Your predecessor was quite thorough in erasing the cover-up operation. Yeah, we knew that. However, Professor Gerald Robotnik's personal diary managed to survive. Ironically, we have Dr. Eggman to thank for finding it at all. This journal was recovered during the investigation of Dr. Eggman's stronghold following the latest incident with the ARK. During the investigation of Eggman's stronghold during the latest incident with the ARK. The latest incident with the ARK, unless this is in the future, refers to Shadow 05. So I got no idea what that's talking about, I'm gonna be real. Unfortunately, time and tragedy have not been kind to the journal. What you're holding now is all that remains of the original book. I'm afraid there is no way of recovering the missing pages, nor can I restore the damaged or redacted elements. It's a pity, as I would very much have liked to have greater insight into Gerald and Maria's lives too. Regards, T. Who is T? Entry 2? No, that's entry number 42, I'm guessing? Still, entry 42, entry 162. That's, kind of a leap? That's kind of a leap. Let's see what they do with it. I take great pride in my research and discoveries. Few men are lauded as a genius in their own time, but nothing compares to my pride in my boys. Blank and blank. Okay, obviously we know that he had children because, and at least one of them must have been a dude, just simply by virtue of the fact that his grandson, Ivo Robotnik, is still named Robotnik. And I don't think we know those names. They both graduated summa cum laude. You know what? That's gonna be an actual thing, so I'm actually looking that up. Summa cum laude means with the highest honor. So, Generally, generally it means like top 1 to 5% of their class. Wow. So in other words, his boys are really damn smart. And in record time, no less. They'll have their doctorates in no time. Seems my passions for archaeology and robotics are split between them. But I guess that's what makes them chips off the old block. That's what makes them chips off the old block. Ho ho! I cannot wait to see who. Okay, no, why does he laugh like Santa Claus? Never mind, I just remembered that is also a thing that Eggman does. Why do the Robotniks laugh like... Sonic is canonically from Christmas Island. That actually... Huh. Huh. I've never put this together before. Sonic is canonically from Christmas Island, which explains the thing that people have been confused about for years because they don't read the manuals. Of the Sonic's shoe color was chosen because it reminded them of Santa Claus. That's why that was chosen. But, and also, Eggman was based on a prototype design before they settled on an anthropomorphic hedgehog as their mascot of a sleepy old guy wearing a nightcap. Eggman was based on sleepy old guy wearing a nightcap, which is an image I associate with Father Time, which may or may not have a connection with Father Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a deep dive someday. I probably won't, but I really want to. Because the connections between Sonic and Christmas are hilarious to me. My passions for archaeology and robotics are split between them, but that's what makes them chips off the old block. Ho ho! I cannot wait to see what boons they bring to the world. And then the jump from entry 42, I assume, to entry 162. Wow. I can't believe how much time has passed. Yep. Oh, this... Alright. Banana, yo, welcome to the stream, good to see you. I am, at the moment, and probably for the foreseeable future, looking through Gerald Robotnik's journal. And I just realized that there is a way to read it without it being in cursive. I am not gonna do that because I think it adds to the ambiance having to actually read it, but if ever I just simply cannot figure out what's being said... Okay, yeah, that is supposed to be a smudged 4. So, alright. I can't believe how much time has passed. It feels like yesterday I was celebrating my boys' my boys becoming men. And now I'm a grandfather. Her name is Maria. And she is perfect in every way. She brings a smile to everyone's face, and everyone falls in love with her the moment they lay eyes on her. If nothing else, she is my legacy. Everything I do from this day forward, I do for her. Nice. Give me all of that juicy character work. Give me all of it. I love it. Okay, yeah, so doing it this way also gets rid of the pictures. Entry 170. I deciphered the engravings on an ancient ring I found on a previous dag in the, I'm gonna assume, Angel Island jungle, and calculated the location of a fabled flying paradise. Never mind! Angel Island is the fabled flying paradise. I went alone to verify my findings and was rewarded with the spectacle of an angelic island. Angel Island, yeah. Okay. The fact that it doesn't list those as being separate implies to me that this is all supposed to be one word. So, the Mystic Jungle? Like the one from Forces? Other than that, I don't think I can I don't think I remember uh, jungles in Sonic. Uh, uh, okay. So, Jungle Zone is, from, that doesn't count, that's from 8-bit Sonic the Hedgehog. There is a Jungle Zone. Um, I got a Lego Sonic set where there's a photo of Maria and Shadow. Every time I look at the set and see the photo, I grab some Lego pieces and scream, Maria! In Shadow's voice, and throw the Lego pieces so I can make the death sound of Lego games. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, alright. There are Okay, there are enough jungles in Sonic from a cursory Google search that I don't think we can really figure out what the jungle is. Might be Mystic Ruins. If it's not, I got nothing. The land was vast, lush, and hosted a number of biomes in close proximity to each other. I believe I could see an entire floating city at one point. Sky Sanctuary. Most majestic of all was a shrine devoted to what appeared to be a massive Chaos Emerald. Could this be the legendary Master Emerald? Actually, hang on, let's see. Chaos. That doesn't. Master. Huh. Okay, that's an odd coincidence. If those two, it's possible, what I think perhaps most likely, is just that these blocks don't actually correspond to the number of characters. If those blocks do correspond to the number of characters, then it's possible, because if you plug in Chaos and Master into these two spots, both of them leave 3 things open. From CHAOS, MRD, maybe? Something like that? Could this be the legendary MASTER MRD? I don't know. Most likely is I'm overthinking it and those don't actually directly correspond to anything. But it's possible I'm wrong, and this is one of those rare instances where I would like to be wrong, because that could actually be interesting. I dared not approach or overstay my welcome. As much as I wanted to explore every inch of the island, I felt it was a sacred land. Just setting foot on its soil felt taboo. I don't know if any civilization remains. The land is vast and my stay was brief. But the majesty of that emerald and shrine will stay with me for the rest of my life. Okay. All the Sonic characters are canonically around 14 to 17, if I recall correctly. With the arguable exception of Shadow, who is physically a different age from how old he actually is, because, like, numbers-wise, he is several decades old, but was locked in stasis for a while, which may or may not change how his biology works. Also, Ultimate Life Form, he came into existence with the body of a teenager, effectively. I assume body of a teenager, because I know Sonic is canonically 16. Sometimes 15. It really depends on who you ask, but is canonically 15 or 16. So, mid to late teens. Okay, but when he got there, Knuckles would obviously not have been born yet. And Knuckles is the last... Oh, I need to look this up. I don't know the timeline well enough. Tikal. Okay. Okay. So, how old are you, Shadow? I'm 5. Just 5? 5 decades. I feel... I'm gonna be real, I feel like that's probably a joke that works a little better in Portuguese, because, I mean, in English, no, like, if you ask a 30-year-old how old they are, they're not gonna say, I'm 3 decades old, they're gonna say, I'm 30 years old. So, like, kind of amusing joke, but at least in English, no one would actually say, I'm 5 decades old. Okay. A power-hungry pig. Okay. Mm, uh... 3,000 plus. Okay. Also known as the Knuckles tribe, or simply the Knuckles, is a group that appeared. It was an ancient clan of echidnas who inhabited what would be known as the Mystic Ruins approximately 3,000 years ago. The Knuckles clan would uh... Okay. So, the Knuckles clan entered decline after... so the Knuckles clan was almost wiped out by chaos, but didn't quite get destroyed, and just gradually started going down, leaving Knuckles being the last surviving member. Which means that, yeah, when Gerald was here, the Echidna clan was still around. Not much, but it was very much still around. Huh. Okay. The majesty of that emerald and shrine will stay with me for the rest of my life. Oh, you bet they will, Robotnik. Oh, you bet they will. I am about to embark on the most ambitious project of my life. The Earth's first orbital space colony will be the ninth wonder of the... Ninth wonder? There are specifically well known to be 7 wonders of the world. Like, that is an established fact. The reason there is always the reason, like, there are a bunch of different lists of the 7 modern wonders of the world, but there is always 7 wonders of the world. You want to know why? Because, however many millennia ago, however many centuries, millennia, back in ancient Greece, I think it was, one person wrote the list of the 7 wonders of the ancient, now the 7 wonders of the ancient world, originally just the 7 wonders of the world. So, I mean, it's possible, like, alternate universe and everything. It's equally possible that, it's equally possible that interesting is if he, off-page, just started describing Angel Island as the 8th wonder of the world. That would be really interesting. That would be a nice touch. But I'm just gonna ignore that for a second. Earth's first orbital space colony will be the 9th wonder of the world. It will be a place of science, researching all manner of ways to improve our home below. Seeing it as a vessel meant to preserve life amid the harshness of space, I have christened it the ARK. Huh! I had never thought about why the Space Colony ARK was actually called that, but that's really interesting. It's the Space Colony ARK because Robotnik, Gerald Robotnik called it the ARK because it was supposed to be like Noah's Ark. Next stop, the Ark, as opposed to what, Noah's? It shall be a vessel to pass on the value of life and peace to the next generation. And while most of the megastructure will be hidden within the base planetoid, I may have gone a little self-indulgent in the design. Oh, you think? Oh, you think? It looks like your damn face! The only real concern is the source of the finding. While the United Federation supports us, most of the financing is coming from blank. I have no illusion about what they'll want, but I'm building the Ark to preserve life, not end it. While I have my concerns, I am a genius, so I'll figure something out when the time comes. Okay. Most of the financing is coming from... Okay, 6 characters there. B-L-A-C-K. Yeah, okay. So, no, that's kind of lame, but it looks like the redacted text does not... those blocks don't actually correspond to the number of characters, which is lame. But, okay, well, the United Fed... So, in that case, it could be the Black Arms. I don't know what to say here, so I'm just gonna say some Sonic facts and Sonic jokes. That is perfectly fine, although, actually, if you would like to be my lore hunter for if you would like to be my lore master for a second, that would be really nice. Go on the Sonic Wiki, and anytime you get, and anytime I say, like, I wonder what the deal is with this, you could fill me in so I can continue looking at this and don't have to constantly switch between windows. Okay, well, the United Federation supports us. Most of the funding is coming from... could be the Black Arms, but the Black Arms are highly unlikely to give funding. And besides, I don't think that's how it ended up happening. It was Shadow got his DNA from them. Gerald did not get his funding from them. Most of the financing is coming from Gun. It's gotta be Gun, is what he's talking about. Wow, we'll get to that in a second. Entry 389. Wow, okay, these jumps are insane. This was a long-ass journal. Life and work aboard the Ark has been exciting, for good and for ill. As a positive, we've acquired one of the legendary Chaos Emeralds, it's gotta be, for our research. They're said to hold ultimate power, and preliminary tests suggest some effect on space-time. Yes, okay, that's gotta mean Chaos Emeralds. Bending reality to one's will, imagine the possibilities. Sadly, blank is doing just that. Done. Sadly... Oh. Okay. Do I have a ruler in here? I just want to make sure those are actually the same distance. Because, this thing stinks. No. Alright. I don't think I have a ruler in this desk. In Sonic Pinball, there are more... What? Do you mean Sonic Spinball? But also, what? Okay, hang on a second. I just realized that, I am cutting off a substantial portion of the screen. Yeah, Sonic Spinball. 20 Chaos Emeralds? What? Okay, not gonna do that. I am going to... okay. Bear with me for a second. Bear with me for a second. I am going to... okay, that should be good. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Alright, I have... okay, yeah, I adjusted my webcam so that now you can see the whole journal. Alright. Now. Well, the United Federation supports as most of the financing is coming from gun. That's almost certainly what it means. I am going to use this Santa Claus Pez dispenser that I have in here for some reason. As a measuring stick. Okay, gets to around the start of the P. Yeah, okay, that's definitely gun in both spots. Yeah, that definitely says gun. Or technically, it might be something other than gun, but whatever it is, that source of funding that's connected to the United Federation, presumably, is is there we go. That looks better. Yeah, that source of funding, gun, it's gotta be gun, is doing just that, but in all the wrong ways. Imagine the possibilities. Their desire for weapons research is becoming increasingly overt and decreasingly polite. I used my clout. I used my clout to get a direct line for the president to ask him to intervene. He said he would, but then asked me for something equally obscene. He wants me to discover a means to immortality. I aim to improve in life, not pervert it. Everything gives way to entropy. The concept is laughable. As intangible as a shadow. Oh! As intangible as a shadow, you say? Like, Project Shadow? Looks like we have a name for Project Shadow now. Looks like we have the reason for the name anyway. Yeah, because we knew it was called Project Shadow. Now we know why it was called that. He wants me... as intangible as a shadow. I refused him outright. In retrospect, perhaps I could have been more diplomatic about it. I find myself on edge. Political pressures aside, I'm told Maria is sick with no clear diagnosis. I wish I could look into it myself, but I'm needed aboard the Ark. Hopefully this will pass and she'll recover soon. She is too precious to be left to suffer. Wow. Okay. Now, God, what is that dating system? All of those numbers are too small for it to make sense for any of those to be the year. If I recall correctly... Banana, do me a favor, look at when Sonic Adventure 2 came out. Okay. Sonic Adventure 2, if we say late 90s, which I think is about right. 2001? Okay. I'm not seeing anything about dates on this. Now do me a favor and look up if we know when Project Shadow was happening. Look up when Project Shadow was a thing. Because I don't think any of those would be the dates if we assume that, the Sonic timeline is supposed to roughly coincide with our own timeline, then late 90s, early 2000s would be, when, Sonic would be when Sonic Adventure 2 was set, which means that, that would also be around when, that was when, so if we assume that was when Adventure 2 came out, then around 50 years ago, I think, so it would have been, like, late 40s, early 1950s would be when this was happening, so yeah, none of those years line up with that. But okay, the all-powerful blank. The blank held the power to bind soul. The blank... Okay. Entry blank. The all-powerful blank. The blank held the power to bind a soul. The blank destroyed the entire. Okay. Well, as we've established, the number of characters doesn't mean anything. The fact that those all have 5, and the context and everything, those have got to be why. Those have got to all be the same thing. So, the all-powerful... okay. The all-powerful black arms. The all-powerful black arms, I don't think would fit there, and definitely wouldn't fit there. The all-powerful Doom, possibly. There's a very solid chance that that refers to Doom. It could also refer to BioLizard. It could also refer to Shadow. I think those are the 3 options. Shadow, not as in talking about Shadow the Hedgehog. Timeline doesn't make any sense there. But because Shadow came to exist around when Maria came to the Ark. So Shadow couldn't have been the one to destroy it. But if it was called Project Shadow, which we now know why it was called that, so if that refers to the all-powerful Shadow, if that's saying the all-powerful Shadow, it probably means the BioLizard, and Shadow would fit there better than BioLizard. So, the all-powerful Shadow, potentially. The Shadow held the power to bind a soul. The Shadow destroyed the entire something. Okay. Shadow destroyed the entire facility, probably? Might be Doom. Couldn't be Black Doom or Black Arms. That wouldn't fit the spot. I think that's saying that the BioLizard did something crazy. Okay, and now we're at the Gizoid. This was the first page I saw, and thus the only page I've read, but I'm gonna read it over again for completion's sake. I have uncovered a most interesting specimen from the warehouse. It was first recovered by my son, Blank, who became quite the archaeologist. I believe it to be some sort of puppet or robot made by an ancient people. First, I didn't think anything of it, but when I was experimenting on the Blank, that could be in Shadow, that could be. Didn't find anything about timeline. Timeline or anything talking about when Project Shadow takes place. Okay, then I'm just gonna quickly look it up. When was when was Project Shadow? Okay. From I got either at a very cursory Google search, I got around or over 50 years ago. So yeah, probably. So yeah, that footage couldn't possibly include a year because the latest it could be is 1920, and that really doesn't make sense. I mean, if we just think about it, at this point, Gerald had 2 sons who had graduated college and were on their way to getting a doctorate. So, it wouldn't, and one of those 2 sons is Eggman's father. Eggman never especially knew Maria, because she was on the Ark, presumably, which means that he never especially knew his grandfather. But what he did know, about his grandfather, so presumably Gerald was alive during his lifetime. So, yeah, no, 1920 doesn't make any sense there, so unfortunately that doesn't give us any leads about dates. When I was experimenting on the Blank, it began to move. The majority of Sonic games are lots of words time-related in... I'm guessing you mean the majority of Sonic games are set in 1 or 2 years, probably the 2010s. Okay, people say that, and I hate that so much. Anyone who says that the Sonic games have to all take place within a year or 2 because the Sonic characters don't canonically age needs to read some damn comic books. It has been a well-established thing for years in the comics fandom that comic book time and real time don't line up. So stories set in the present day about 35-year-old Bruce Wayne are just as canon as stories set in the 1940s about 35-year-old Bruce Wayne. And in the same vein, all Sonic Frontiers about a 16-year-old Sonic set in 2022, if I recall when Frontiers came out correctly, is just as canon as Sonic at 16 years old doing the stuff in the Space Colony ARK in the early 2000s. Both of those things are true. just because Sonic didn't age doesn't mean that all the stuff happens in 1 year, because it doesn't make any damn sense for it all to happen in 1 year, unless you want to believe that every single one of these adventures takes a day, and then the next day is when we go back to when the next adventure takes place. Which takes a lot of wind out of the idea that these characters can just kinda do stuff off stage. I did not realize I had this many thoughts about Sonic fans not understanding comic book time. Wow. Okay. This suggests the possibility of the ancient civilizations this suggests the possibility that the most advanced civilizations could harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Okay, when I was experimenting, and those are about the same length. When I was experimenting on the Chaos Emeralds, it began to move. This suggests that even the ancient civilizations could harness the power of the emeralds. When I was researching various papers related to could be emeralds, could be echidna. I think those are the two most likely. In this robot, I discovered that there was a possibility that this robot was something incredible. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this robot may be the cause of the destruction of the fourth great civilization. Hey, Banana, do me a favor and look up what the hell the fourth great civilization means. Reminds me of Jack Kirby's Fourth World. I'm not sure I believe it just yet, though. Who taped over this? Yeah, the what? Exactly. This suggests something could be the cause of this robot may be the cause of the destruction of the fourth great civilization. Do me a favor and look that up, because what? Okay, 407 I'm just gonna read, because I would not be able to get it at all from that. I am no longer able to ignore the possibility that this robot did in fact destroy the fourth great civilization. I have discovered a stone tablet that explains as much. According to the tablet, when the figure falls from the heavens, the stone of the gods is joined. All that exists will become one again. When the figure falls from the heavens, and the stone of the gods is joined, all that exists, it has something to do with the echidnas. That's what I figured. Can you find anything that's at all more specific? When the figure falls from the heavens and the stone of the gods is joined, all that exists will become one again. Though it is difficult to believe, this robot has been watching my movements and mimicking all that I do. I was amazed by my scans of this being. Surprisingly, the reams and reams of data scrolled through and caused my most powerful computer to crash. More intriguing was that the data was all about melee combat and weapons of that age. Eventually, if this being is ever restored to its former state, it will put all that data to use and recreate all the weaponry and combat abilities it once had. And that's not all. If my guesses are correct, it will also have the ability to absorb modern weaponry. What have I done? I have uncovered a horrible weapon. Holy crap, the tragedy of this is so interesting. The fourth great civilization? It has something to do with chaos. then my guess is that the fourth great civilization is the Echidna clan that was wiped out. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. Could be the ancients. Look up gizoids. I'll put it in chat so you know how to spell that. Look up that word. Look up the gizoids. That's what Emerald is. He's a gizoid. The yeah, room. Emerald is a gizoid. So look up if there's any connection between the fourth great civilization and gizoids, and figure it out from there. My guess is either the Echidna clan or the Nocturnus clan. Those are the two I find most believable. But, hell, it could be the ancients. Wow. If the ancients are the fourth great civilization, then then Emerald is way older and way more powerful than I thought. Holy crap. Trying time, to say the least. Maria was diagnosed with neuroimmune deficiency syndrome. There is no cure. Yet. I pulled some strings and had her brought aboard the ARK for treatment and assessment. The low-gravity environment should help keep her symptoms manageable. Her family has been less than enthusiastic with my decision. Despite everything, she remains the most positive person in the room. Most of the staff here left their families on Earth, so I worried she'd feel lonely. Instead, she's become the adoptive daughter on every researcher on the ARK. My heart! Moreover, she's becoming a big sister to little Abraham, the ARK's happy little accident over the past few years. I assume, like, look at that kid. It's Sepia Town, but even then you can tell he has heterochromia. That's gotta be Abraham. The president keeps prompting me with his request to unlock the mysteries of life. Perhaps with his funding and clout, I can find a means to cure Maria while chasing that shadow. The Gizoids is a group that appeared in Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood and Sonic Battle. I knew that. Look up if you know what the Gizoids destroyed. It's a mass-produced line of combat androids created 4,000 years ago by the Nocturnus clan. Yes! As an advanced infantry in their wars of conquest. Following the Argus incident, however, the entire Gizoid line was trapped within the Twilight Cage along with the Nocturnus clan. Okay, scratch that. Okay, not the ancients, which is good. I could not deal with the possibility of them being quite that ancient. But the Gizoids were trapped alongside the Nocturnus clan, which means that Emerald is the only member of is the only Gizoid left who could potentially have destroyed the fourth great civilization. In that case, my guess is that Emerald and Chaos together are what destroyed the Echidna clan. Artificial chaos. Gunn has dropped all pretense and is demanding weapons research in exchange for the continued funding. I promised the president I'd begin work on Project Shadow, but even he can't get them to back down. It appears I have a gun to my head. Yeah, so if it wasn't obvious already, that the funder is Gunn. It appears I have a gun to my head, ho ho ho. Yeah. Years ago, I discovered research of an ancient god of destruction called Chaos. It was said to command the fury and force of the ocean, or something to that effect. I've begun developing a basic AI-driven apparatus that can generate um, that can generate cohesion. Can generate cohesion in water and produce controlled shapes for basic actions. I've told the top brass that these can turn any body of water into an autonomous weapon. Deep down, I'm hoping it can be used as easily deployed search and rescue units. Imagine a flood turned back on itself to aid those in the rubble. Okay, that's actually awesome. Like, Gerald Robotnik did terrible things. He tried to destroy all of humanity. That is unforgivable. But also, I love that they're treating him with so much just respect here. They're acknowledging that Gerald Robotnik was a good guy until he got just jaded and corrupted by that world. 5:30. Research into Project Shadow is in full swing. The first step has been learning how to siphon chaos emerald energy, and apply it to living tissue. To that end, I've developed the chaos drives. Direct application seems too harsh. Any organism that could directly interface with an emerald would be fearsome indeed. Existed more than 4 millennia before the present day, so more than 4,000 years. Little is known about their culture, although they are implied to have been a highly influential civilization. Okay. Yeah. 4,000 years. And let me check my own wiki deep dive. Uh, okay. Yeah, so the Knuckles clan isn't old enough to be the fourth great civilization. It's possible the fourth great civilization is a different group of echidnas. Look up how old the ancients are if we can know that. And it's possible that they're a group of echidnas. If it's very possible that they are a group of echidnas. If they're not a group of at their peak. However, the civilization collapsed at the hands of a weapon of mass destruction. Yeah. Okay. That is about what we've already gotten. So in that case, I'm guessing that the term the fourth great civilization was created by this notebook. So they are not the Nocturnus clan. They are not the Knuckles clan. I don't think they're the ancients. So the fourth great civilization. Sonic Team, did you call them the fourth great civilization? Because they're not the Knuckles clan, they're not the Nocturnus clan, and they're not the ancients. Therefore, they must be a fourth civilization aside from the first 3 that have already been introduced. That's honestly hilarious if that's what they did. Initial tests were promising, so now we're moving on to the next stage in trials. I will be using salamanders for their regenerative. That's why the bioliz. Oh. Hey, the biolizard. I'm predicting it now. The biolizard is a mutated salamander that was powered up by the chaos drives. We will begin applying chaos drives to the test subject to see how its vitals respond. And to keep gun from breathing down my neck, I'm supplying chaos drives as batteries for their mechanized division. I loathe powering engines of war, but sacrifices have to be made if I'm to save Maria. I'll figure something out in the long run. I am a genius after all. Okay, let's see. How many pages do I have left? 1, 2, 3. Okay. I have 3 pages left. Okay. I am going to go heat up some tea for myself because my voice is giving out. So while I'm gone, Banana, I am giving you a homework assignment. While I'm out making tea, your job is to look up how old the ancients were. And also find out anything else you can about the Echidna clan, which in the wiki is called the Knuckles clan, or maybe the Fourth Great Civilization, if you can find anything with it. Until then, I'll be back. Alright, I have returned. So, the lower stuff that I see, Buggy Ma, yo, welcome to the stream. Glad to catch you here. I am losing my damn mind because of all the new Project Shadow lore we have gotten. And Banana has been my lore master who has been on the Sonic Wiki looking for as much stuff as possible so that I can focus on just looking at this stuff and using what he tells me. So, alright. Eventually, the Gizoid was uncovered in modern times in ancient ruins and left in a warehouse where it would be discovered more than 50 years ago by Gerald Robotnik, who researched about its role destroying the fourth great civilization. And because it doesn't say what they are, that means we still don't know what the fourth great civilization refers to. The ancients came to this world tens of thousands of years ago. The world was still undeveloped back then, and their technology was vastly superior to anything else at the time. Okay, so the ancients are definitely not the fourth great civilization. It's unknown when or how the Knuckles clan was established. Approximately 3,000 years ago, however, the Knuckles clan lived in a village that would become the Mystic Ruins. This village housed a great shrine in its center and was located near the Altar of the Emerald, which was occupied by Chaos, a Chow colony, and their sacred emeralds. In Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood... Oh, that is the sign that I need to go put an ice cube in my tea pretty soon. Okay. The Knuckles clan was pushed to its doom when the Nocturnus clan began... The fourth great civilization was probably the Echidna clan. There's a very, very solid chance that the Echidna clan was what got wiped out by... the years don't quite line up, but that's what I'm leaning towards, that the Knuckles clan was the fourth great civilization. This made Pokemon believe that the Chaos Emeralds were their only hope and sought to steal them. The plan went awry as the other members of the clan were wiped out by perfect chaos after incurring the greatest wrath. Didn't find enough Echidna clan stuff, though. That is totally fine. You have been doing awesome. I am gonna go put an ice cube in my tea real fast. Alright. Now, let's finally dive back into looking at... Now, let's finally dive back into looking at this. Oh, listen to that good tea drinking ASMR. Project Shadow has reached an impasse. The subject exhibits accelerated cellular growth to the point that it cannot support its own biological systems. I've developed an external life support system to compensate, but it will need to be upgraded and redesigned as the subject continues to grow. The way it thrashes and roars, okay. It is uncontrollable, so we could hypothetically figure out what that means, but I don't really feel like dealing it. Somebody just called me, yes. So... Simga. Somebody is kinda dumb. Furthermore, it is generally unexplained. It is generating unexplained energetic reactions. Is this an expression of the Chaos Emerald power? Can a living thing produce such energy? Can it be controlled? There are too many questions, and unfortunately, the answers lie in this bio-lizard's life. I will keep it alive and as comfortable as I can until I have the answers I need. Ooh, that's dark. Guys, I'm so Simga. I found a region in the Ark that should be able to safely house it while we continue our experiments. I'm not sure what I will tell Maria, and I do not want to lie to her, but I think the truth is... Oh, jeez. I don't want to lie to her, but I think the truth is too cruel. Wow. Maria is growing into a lovely young woman. It breaks my heart that someone as bright and energetic as her is diminished and diseased. There are no visible effects, and I've caught my fellow researchers muttering to each other, doubting her illness. It is infuriating. I find all my reason and restraint vanishes when she is slighted. And yet she remains an unending font of positivity, even on her worst days. When the fear and the pain take hold, she tells me she endures for the day she can return home. She has total faith in me and that Project Shadow will cure her. When in fact, gun destroying all evidence of Project Shadow is what will ultimately kill her. Sonic fans can't wait to see a child get iced. Her family back on Earth has no such faith. It's been so long. Some of the researchers actually think she was born here. Her family either wants her better or wants her home. I can do neither. Somehow, their soon is harsher than the government or the military's increasing Somehow their scorn is harsher than the government or the military's increasing pressure for more weapons research. I'm a genius. I have to figure this out. Huh. That's a line that's just straight up not in this section. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I am a desperate man. Holy crap, look at that. I assume that, look at the shape, that's gotta be Black Doom they're covering up. The Black Comet returned to Earth on its 50-year orbit. I had no idea it actually harbored blank. Aboard it was blank. Okay, I had no idea it actually harbored... I have no idea what that means. Life. It actually harbored life. Aboard it was Black Doom, the Black Arms, something to that effect. Somehow he knew about the Chaos Emeralds and seemed impressed with my work. He offered me a Faustian deal. I accepted. Using his DNA, I was able to overcome every hurdle Project Shadow had put before me. The small, sturdy biped I developed can perfectly interact with chaos energy. Black Doom wanted me to craft a herald for his future invasion. Gun wants Project Shadow to generate undying soldiers for them. I will play both for fools. Guys like me, it ain't easy to be played for fools. Now someone's going... Now I really want to see the Black Doom stronger than you. When I launched Project Shadow initially, I named it with both scorn and mockery. I was trying to grab hold of an intangible goal. Later, it sounded appropriately villainous as I was toying with the fundamentals of life itself. But then Maria looked upon the unfinished specimen and put things in a whole new perspective. A shadow tells you which way to go to find the light. In an instant, she cut through all my pessimism and doubt and filled me with hope. Shadow, as she's come to call him, will not be some dark creature, but a champion of life and hope. I would not have seen that if it not for her. She is truly a remarkable person who can do great and wondrous things for the world. I must save her, no matter the cost. Hurt. Okay, yeah, this is the last page I have access to. Entry 633. I now understand why this being was named Gizoid. In the ancient tongue, it means everything. According to the stone tablet, if the Gizoid establishes a link with someone, the Gizoid will swear loyalty to that person. Perhaps it still lacks chaos energy, but it has been saying the word... link to me in broken tones. It went on to explain, "Show me your true strength, and I will obey. I am all things, and all shall belong to you." When I was researching for lore, I found out that Sonic Adventure 2 was supposed to be the last Sonic game. Yeah, that is why... I don't know for sure that it's true, but that's widely accepted as... that is widely accepted as fact. That's why they did such a grandiose story, and why they killed off Shadow at the end, because they were like, they were like, well, this is the last game, may as well go out on a high note, and, well, this is gonna be the last game, may as well end this original character's life, because it's not like we're gonna do anything else with him. So, as it suggested, I brought it before my collection of model guns and fired them all. Then, suddenly it said, "I shall follow your every command and never leave your side." And since then, it refuses to listen to anyone but me. While it still is a fearsome weapon of destruction, while it remains under my control, at least it won't be used for evil. However, if someone with evil intentions ever forms a link with the Gizoid, I don't even want to think about what'll happen. I must research how one can re-establish a link with the Gizoid. The upper... Okay, no. Here's the thing. The entry numbers being all over the place make sense for the torn out pages. But entry number 633 starts on the same page as entry number 640. That doesn't make any sense. The upper echelon is going crazy. Perhaps they aim to freeze Project Shadow. Soon, the ultimate life form, Shadow, will be completed. The application to my granddaughter is also imminent. I cannot let them just stop my study at this point, because I am the only one who can save my granddaughter's life. Oh, man. The higher-ups are threatening to shut down this research facility. I had no choice but to hand them the Gizoid to buy more time for my research. I tried to be careful and commanded it never to absorb any dangerous technologies. However, I have heard that other researchers have been making the Gizoid absorb weapons. Apparently, the way for the Gizoid to form a new link is to show it power that surpasses that of its former master. While this poses imminent danger, I cannot risk losing Gun? Shadow? Maria? One of those. The top brass still aren't satisfied. The Gizoid isn't big enough or flashy enough for them. Fine. Game theory. How Popeye accidentally created Sonic. You see, I'm running out of jokes or facts or sanity. You want to know something? Fair! The Gizoid isn't big enough or flashy enough. Fine, I've developed a weapon I'm calling the Eclipse. I've developed a weapon I'm calling the Eclipse Cannon. It taps directly into the ARK's central reactor to produce an unethical degree of firepower. They'll love it. However, to use it on any target on Earth would destroy the world. They'll never be able to fire it. Checkmate. It will, however, be the perfect tool to deal with the Black Arms when they return. Eclipse means shadow. This is Shadow's cannon. My gift to him in a battle he never asked for. I'm so sorry. Whoa. Okay. I'm gonna see what happens if I scan that. I doubt anything. Not getting anything just from scanning it. Okay. Yeah. That's not giving me anything. Oh. Scratch that. I didn't realize. Have you listened to the new KSI song? Oh god, no, I have not. But that QR code gives the phrase, they don't know. That's very interesting. Wow. Alright. Now, I am going to go back into the game. And final... No, I'm not. I have artwork to look at. Oh, so you won't get the joke I was gonna do. Sonic Rivals 2 announcement visual. Okay. Artwork 25, Sonic the Hedgehog 3D CG. Cool. Lost Colony concept art. Nice. Holy crap, look at that. The Ark looks a lot more terrifying when it has teeth. Metal Overlord character sheet. Nice. More concept art from the Space Colony ARK. Battle carrier or something like that. And I have no idea what that one is. That's just cool art, and the way he is in the shadow of both Gerald and Eggman. He is Shadow, and he's in the shadow. Alright. Shadow the Hedgehog opening storyboard 1. Storyboard 2. Ooh, that's that iconic final shot. I'm back. Welcome back. All you really missed was me hyper-analyzing lore you wouldn't super understand because you are not, deep in the brain rot Sonic fan. Sonic Battle box art. Sonic Adventure 2 CG collection. Okay, I've seen that at this point. Shadow the Hedgehog is more story path than lots of games I've played. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog has a truly staggering number of story paths. Okay, we all know about this variation of Terios. I love this version. The one who straight up looks like a Ben 10 alien. That is sick. Shadow Knuckles Rouge image sketch. Cool. Alright. Now, we are finally gonna head back out there and actually play the damn video game. I say that, but actually the first thing I'm gonna do... Where are Orbot and Cubot? There. Over this way? Yeah, okay. Wait. There it is, there's...
Out of my way.
Gerald journal pages. Gerald journal page. Journal page, journal page. Okay, this is unrelated, but I'm tweaking out so bad because I'm nervous about the election. I know the entire Ben 10 and Ben 10 Omniverse. Cool, that... fun! Touching Void? Yeah, touching white floor. Alright, so... yeah... this isn't helpful at all, I know. But I have kind of stopped... I've stopped worrying about the election literally just simply by virtue of there is absolutely nothing I can do, so there's no use wasting energy on it. I'm gonna waste energy on shit that I can do, like work on the fact that Big the Cat is polyphemus, which is a joke that you will now never understand if you didn't see the community post I set up for a little while and then deleted. Alright. I can't wait to finish it and rock it out of here. Oh look, an instruction manual, I think. It's in pretty rough shape. What's that bird supposed to do? Maybe it's for emotional support? So many springs and gears in this, I'm growing concerned. Wow, a rocket powered by springs? Who would have guessed? Oh! That's...
Deeply appreciated.
Oh, so that's what the rocket does. It gives you new artworks and stuff. Nifty. Okay. Oh. Alright. Now... No, like... Like, I could look around for a bunch of... for all this stuff, but, like... I'm so tired of just screwing around in white space. Like, if I see... Oh, come on. Like, I just saw... I just saw that there is something to collect over here. Stop taking away my damn camera control. How I said, how are you supposed to get that? Oh, come on. I said, how are you supposed to get that? But that right there is obviously how you're supposed to get it. But I'm not gonna bother. What stage do I want to try and speedrun? I really, really don't feel like playing Radical Highway right now. I love this. I love the original stage, but I don't feel like doing that. So... Kingdom Valley. Let's do Kingdom Valley. I like Kingdom Valley. Kingdom Valley's fun. I'm gonna do this no Doom Wings first, then we'll do it with Doom Wings. Go through there, and I need to turn up my volume. Yes, Kingdom Valley indeed. Love Kingdom Valley. Kingdom Valley. It's all about Kingdom Valley. Kingdom Valley, baby. Love Kingdom Valley. Bam. Alright, go through there. I have no idea if this actually is at all faster, but it's really cool. I love that open pathway. So I always go for it. I have found out recently that apparently, I found out recently that apparently, you can... Oh crap, I shouldn't have chaos controlled there. Yeah, I found out recently that apparently you can, effectively have something resembling a drift. You can have something resembling drifting. By holding down quick step, which, really wish the game told you that anywhere.
This is the ultimate power.
Okay. Go for that. Wasn't able to get everything. Then, now I have Chaos Control ready again to use pretty soon. Not quite here, but soon. Now! Oh crap. New speedrun trick I just learned. Shadow loses a ton of momentum in midair, but if you use Chaos Spears repeatedly, that doesn't happen as much. That doesn't happen to nearly the same extent. Allowing you to save a lot of time in some places. And pull off crazy skips. Think Sonic CD OST is in one of my top 3 OSTs of all time. That's because Sonic CD has an incredibly good OST. And yes, Kingdom Valley and Sunset Heights are my 2 favorite stages in this game, and that is not a phrase I ever thought I would utter. Warp me up there.
This is the ultimate power.
Then cut through all of that. Hell yes. And then we in Mach speed with this one. Oh crap. Love my Camp Half-Blood shirt, by the way. Hell yeah. Percy Jackson fans, rise up. Hang on. That's a spot where you can pull off something cool using Chaos Spears, almost certainly. Nope. Okay. JP's soundtrack to me is the best of the 2. Yeah, I haven't spent nearly enough time with Sonic CD to really have a preference. I don't know either of them all that well. Oh, no, I can do that intro better. I'm gonna try this one more time. Go through all that, boom, boom, boom. Whoa! That's a cool-ass skip I didn't even know about. What? What? Okay, yes, which cabin do you think you'd be in? Okay, so here's the thing. I look too damn similar to my father for my godly parent to be my dad. However... Like, on the one hand, I look way too similar to my father for us to not be biologically related. However, if I'm a half-blood, I'm pretty sure I'm a child of Apollo. The conclusion I recently reached is, wait a second, my mom has ADHD, my mom is a musician, I'm pretty sure I'm a legacy child of Apollo. So, I'm like, grandchild or great-grandchild of Apollo. Because, like, I mean, it just makes sense for if I'm a demigod to be for me to be a child of Apollo, you know? Like, I'm a musician, well, sort of. The little time I've ever spent doing archery, I've had a lot of success with it. I can absolutely never stay focused on one thing, just like, yeah. Yeah. I can absolutely never stay focused on any one thing, just like how Apollo is the god of, like, a dozen different things. It just makes too much sense.
This is the ultimate power.
Alright.
Chaos control.
Or not. Okay. I was planning to try and pull off a cool skip. I failed to pull off a cool skip. Oh well. And, sorry for not looking at chat messages. There are some moments where I'm, like, so incredibly familiar with the game that I can do it easily. And there are other moments where I have to be focused on what's happening in the game, or I'm gonna screw up royally. Yeah. You know that creepy song in Sonic Creepy? That's USA... The Majin Sonic creepypasta thing? The Majin Sonic creepypasta face uses something related to... is just a boss theme? That's honestly really funny.
This is the ultimate power.
Alright. I think that was a quick skip there, although I'm not entirely sure. Alright. I took a quiz that said my godly parents would be Hades, but I don't know. Someone told me I'd be a child of Hermes. Hermes makes sense for you. Hades, I definitely do not see. I thought I was a child of Hades for... There are three different gods I thought might be my godly parent at various points. Currently Apollo, like I said. Previously, Athena, because, you know, like, when I was into Harry Potter, I was a Ravenclaw. I've always gravitated toward the smart group. And, from Stardust Speedway Bad Future theme is fire. Yeah. Alright. And Hades. Uh, I unironically listened to My Chemical Romance. I went through a middle school emo phase. What do you want? Alright. We're gonna shoot for under 4 minutes here, if possible. Oh, wait a sec. Nope, missed a skip. Missed a massive skip. And it's basically Metal Sonic theme. Yeah. Hang on. Do I have any tea left? Didn't realize I had tea left. Nope. Nope. Wrong order. Meant to boost then stomp, not the other way around. Thought I could pull something cool off there. Failed to pull something cool off there.
Chaos control.
No, you know what? That's gonna be a failed run. At least, it would be a pretty solid time. Just would not beat my personal best. And that is what we're shooting for here. For each of these stages, I'm gonna try to beat my personal best, and then move on to something else. What the hell? Also, sorry, I'm not... Yeah, that is perfectly fine. When I went into this stream, knowing that it was gonna be a lore hunting stream, I was not expecting to have any chatters. I was expecting to just be looking through Gerald's journal and doing absolutely... and not having anyone else talking to me. I just so happened to get lucky and have Banana in chat, who, as it turns out, is fairly knowledgeable about this and good at wiki hunting. Nope. Okay. Thought I could pull off something cool there. Could not, in fact, pull off something cool there. Nope. Okay. Really thought I could do something cool there. Could not do something cool there. Okay, the fact that I'm pretty sure, at least, that spot... I'm pretty sure at that spot they, give you... Yeah. No, that's just a ring box. Okay. That's the alternate pathway that I'm pretty sure is a skip. Like, yeah, I don't think that's the perfectly optimal time, but the actually perfectly optimal time is a lot trickier to try and pull off. Okay. Yeah, I can use chaos control here. Ah, crap. The trick when using chaos control is always to ask yourself, do I want to use this now, or is there a section coming up where I'll want to use it more then? Because I couldn't use chaos control there, because I want to use it here to quickly zoom past all these enemies and evade that guy's shields. Which is only something you could do if... There's only so... Yeah. This is a spot where we chaos control. We chaos controlling with this one, gang. The fact that rings are your only way of gaining boost gauge in this game, because enemies now go for your chaos control instead, it's such just a nice little way of making rings actually significant, because in Sonic Generations, the boost gauge was always getting filled up because you could get it from both rings and enemies. So instead, making it... Yeah. Ah, crap. I did it just a little too early and missed the skip. And now, we going at Mach speed with this one, gang. Oh, come on. I was going so well. I had him. Taking a look back at chat messages that I missed. Yeah, Banana, shout out to you for being super knowledgeable about Sonic. And, Stardust Speedway, boom. Bad. Oh, come on. Stardust Speedway Bad Future has I got the power sound from. That doesn't mean anything to me, sorry. If you notice how I'm Nope. Okay. Again, thought if I had air boosted at the right time, I probably could have done something there. But instead, I just kept holding down boost. I'm pretty sure that the stomping there is actually speeding me up, although I don't know for sure. It's entirely possible that it's not. The reason I'm going this pathway instead of the other potentially faster skip down there is, I mean, partially just because I think it looks cooler, but in very large part, that's but in very large part, it's because I think that words. Sorry, don't know what I was saying there. Oh, yeah. Because it's a lot more reliable. Take that skip. Then I would love to cast control here. But can't because need to cast control here to get past that guy's shields. Bam. Just sent the Doing Your Mom Sans theme. God.
This is the ultimate power.
Oh, come on.
All right, free. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sorry I'm not looking at y'all's messages. This is a moment that I'm not as familiar with, so need to pay a little more attention. Oh, come on. Okay. Also, I did indeed today, and the DM took us to the Blue Banana, but in this world it was an underwater megalopolis. Holy crap, that... If it weren't for my AP Human Geography class, that would mean absolutely nothing to me, but instead, I am cackling. Internally, I'm cackling. Blue banana, turning blue. Yeah, I don't know why it's called that. No. What my teacher suggested for why the bananas are called that is that it just boils down to someone was coloring in the map that color. So that's what they decided on. But, yeah, it's so weird. The blue banana is a large megalopolis in, yeah, this pathway is more reliable. The blue banana is a large megalopolis in, somewhere in Europe. I don't remember offhand. Oh, come on.
Chaos control.
Do you see the Banana Man? I have no idea what that means. Take that, Skip. This is this moment. There. Refill my boost gauge. Okay. It doesn't go through northern France. Go through northern France, parts of the UK. Yeah, that sounds right. I always get which banana is which mixed up, but that sounds right. Oh, come on! I stomped too early! Yeah, that's definitely faster, because homing attacks are incredibly useful, except that they are a little slow sometimes. So, when possible, just using the Air Boost Chaos Spears combo is generally better. Before this stream, I meant to look up some individual level speedruns of this game so that I could see what skips to try and pull off. I completely forgot to do that. And without skips, I'm pretty sure I've just about hit my limit for how well I can do in this game.
This is the ultimate power. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've come pretty damn close at this point to the speedrunning equivalent of my natural limit for at least Kingdom Valley. At least Kingdom Valley Act 1. So, rather than my initial plan of just trying to okay. So rather than my original plan, of trying to hit the... Hang on a second. I just realized, certainly with Doomwings, but quite possibly even just... quite possibly even just using a careful... careful air maneuvering, I might very well be able to pull off a massive skip at that section. Okay, I'm gonna stay in this stage one more time just to see if I can do that. Oh, crap.
This is ultimate power. This is it. Chaos control.
Oh yeah, warp through all of that. Finally make that massive skip I'd been trying for so long. Oh! Okay, you know what? I'm just going to... Yeah, now I know I'm not beating my personal best. Yeah. I know I'm not gonna beat 409. But I just wanted to beat the damn stage. Once. Okay, Banana, I'm assuming those are just lyrics to something. Alright, let's go into Act 2. Now... I'm just gonna do Act 2 once, and then... and then Doomwing it. This feels like a skip that was intended this feels like an alternate pathway that was intended to be reached with Doomwing, but I just so happened to but I was just neurotic enough to be able to reach anyway. Because, like, there's that directly up row that the only way to do, at least that I can see, is obviously... Yeah, is obviously, like, some degree... yeah, there's obviously some degree of, Doom power activate there. Oh, crap. That like, I was able to make it work anyway, but that was not the optimal time to use Chaos Control. Whoops. Yo! That was sick. That was sick! Like, are we all in agreement that that was absolutely sick? And are we all in agreement that that was absolutely lame? There we go. Okay.
Chaos control.
And now we are... Oh, come on. And now we are chaos controlling with this one, chat. Then chaos control through this section. And yes, I know I'm ignoring a cool cinematic moment there, but whatever. Gods, I love Kingdom Valley so much. I could have pulled off something there, but I didn't. Oh well. People complain people, and by people I mean me a lot of the time, complain about having fully 2D, complain about having so much 2D in 3D Sonic games. And, yeah, I very much also complain about that. I'm right there. This game is the exception just by virtue of how damn good I think the 2D stages are. Yeah, okay. Wasn't quite able to beat my personal best. So now, let's go in and see how broken it is with Doom Wings. Wait, hang on. How the hell are you supposed to get that row of rings at the start there? Because I thought it was Doom Wings, and then I remembered that you don't have access to Doom Wings at that point. You can't. You don't have enough rings. Here is a better time to use Chaos Control. Doom Wings enabling you to fly is cool and all, but, like, in the 2D stages, it really doesn't actually open up that much. Aside for, like, that was cool. That was a really fun skip with Doom Wings. That was a really fun skip with Doom Wings. But, like, for the most part... But for the most part, Doom Wings don't actually do that much for you in the 2D stages. Like, in the 3D stages, they're absolutely insane for how much they allow you to skip. Oh, shit. The game is designed around you killing those enemies so that you have chaos control here. By skipping those enemies, I ended up actually costing myself time. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, Doom Wings are incredibly cool, but in the 2D stage, there's just not as much you can do with them. And sometimes, like in that moment, they actually become more of a hindrance than a help. And like,
Unleash the power.
that's a moment where they help slightly. But like, you still have to do that. And, yeah, like, I assume Doomwings allowed me to save a little bit of time, because despite fully dying at one point, I still got almost a better time. I still got about as good a time. Wait.
Chaos control.
Oh, that's sick. Okay. Well. Because of a slight mishap that allowed me to see that there were rings down there, I actually ended up managing to find what I think is a skip. It's at bare minimum an alternate pathway, and I think an easier alternate pathway. And I should not have used that there, because it almost certainly just cost me time. Yeah, and because I was flying, yeah, like I'm saying, Doomwings aren't that beneficial to you in the 2D stages. They're awesome in 3D, but because all they allow you to do is have effectively, like, a more powerful version of Knuckles is gliding, they don't let you, like, legitimately fly. Like, you can't gain any you can't gain any altitude with them. You at best lose altitude. You at best stay neutral, and at worst lose altitude.
Chaos control.
That's a spot where, had I done it absolutely perfectly, I probably could have pulled a skip off. But you have to do it absolutely perfectly.
Ultimate power.
Skipping this section. Yeah, and like what happened there is the game forced me out of the air because there was no way to make this work otherwise. Ah. The one time it might be useful is if I could have air boosted a little faster. Okay. Jar and my friend play a game called Brawl Stars. They're doing a championship, so they asked me, the artist of the friends group, to make 3 trophies. Wonderful. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. You can go marginally faster with Doomwings in 2D, but only marginally. Now let's see it in 3D. Make sure that we keep Doomwings when we get to the quick-stepping when we get to, yeah, make sure that we have access to Doomwings. Make sure we still have Doomwings when we get to the Mach Speed section at the end.
Unleash the power.
Like, no need to bother running along the wall. Then we can just completely trivialize all of that. Let's go. It's still counting down my timer for Doomwings here, even though even though Doom Surf forces me out of Doomwings. Then drop here. Powerful air boost. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Well, run's not gonna go quite as well as I expected because I wanted to pull off something silly there and it didn't work. You know what? I'm just restarting. Holy bananas, I'm seeing the news right now. I mean, depending on what country's news he's looking in, there are a number of things that could potentially lead to a holy bananas. Then just completely skip all of that, land over here to refill my boost gauge, hop on the Eagle. Yeah, no, because you can't gain altitude, there is no way to use Doomwings to skip that. Huh. Doomwings actually makes some of the otherwise suboptimal paths more optimal because they allow you to keep the Doomwings. Because okay. Yeah, so I know so yeah, this is a section. Actually, hang on. I could have skipped a lot with the Doomwings there. Now, this is a section that Doomwings doesn't help with at all, but It is still cool. I should not have chaos controlled there. That was what we in the biz call a mistake. Alright, so go through there. Then okay. The thing is, that's absolutely an incredibly powerful Doomwing skip. That's an incredibly powerful Doomwing skip. I hate that the Doomwings has such a long cutscene attached. Yeah. So, okay. Something I didn't realize is that going that shortcut way allows you to skip the very long bird cutscene. I'm still trying to figure out whether it's faster to wings this. I'm still trying to figure out whether it's faster to Doomwings that, or to surf it.
This is the ultimate power.
I don't know why, but the phrase, "it's surf or something," just popped into my head. And that amuses me greatly. Yeah. It's not faster, but I don't think it's substantially slower either. No, okay. Alright, so, yeah, because the thing is, like, one of them is they both require you to jump on the same number of things. So, okay, yeah, there definitely is a way. Shouldn't have chaos controlled there. Should have been, sorry, my internet's been going in and out. No worries. Yeah. Poorly timed chaos control. But go through there. Still cool.
Unleash the power.
Now, Doomwings fly, drop, fly. Yeah. What? There's some kind of kill play in there. Okay, this run I know we're not gonna do especially well. How did I start with chaos control? Whoops. Okay. This run... Yeah, this run, I'm just gonna see if I can't pull off something crazy. Actually, you know what? No, it's not worth it at this point. So I'm just gonna continue trying here, trying to do as many skips as I possibly can with Doom Wings. Go through that. Then Doom Wings here. Hang on a hot second. We can skip that section entirely. Jump over here. Do this. What? I ran out of boost gauge before I was quite... I ran out of air boost before I was quite able to get over there. That sucks. So, I'm pretty sure that using Doom Wings is a tiny bit faster than using Doom Surf. Okay, get down here, refill my boost gauge. I unfortunately don't have chaos control there. Oh crap. I should not have chaos controlled there. Okay. Yeah. So instead what we do is go up there, because that immediately gives me chaos control back. That was very poorly done. Yeah, that is so not how I'm supposed to do that section. Why is the song Come Sail Away by Styx suddenly in my head? Which reminds me of the fact that Styx the Badger from Sonic Boom, which is not canon, but Styx is now canon to the Sonic franchise. Which annoys me. Ah, crap. Okay. The issue with trying to pull off a skip at that spot... the issue with trying to pull off a skip at that spot is that you just run out of boost gauge. Use Doom Wings now. Ah, crap. Okay. Yeah. But definitely using Doom Wings there to avoid the bird cutscene was the right play. Definitely saved time with that. Yeah. The reason, like, it would be a little bit faster. Forget what I was saying. Okay. Yeah. So... yeah, that section is weird because... that section that I just passed through is really weird. So that section... then go... yeah, I don't know what that section even was at this point. Then... then hop on the bird, unfortunately. And now, because of Doom Wings, we don't have to waste any damn time with this guy. We can just cut through there. Doom Wings. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I ran out of rings, which meant that I ran out of Doom Wings right when I was getting to the section where I keep wanting to try and pull off a crazy scam.
Unleash the power.
Alright. No invisible walls. Hell yes. Oh yes! And now, we can just float on by, except this one spot. Float on by, and I always forget that, Doom flying is actually substantially slower than just boosting. So, while you can pull off a lot of skips there, you can pull off a ton of crazy skips with Doom Wings. However, you can't pull off... you can pull off a lot of skips with Doom Wings, but unfortunately, those skips do not include... unfortunately, you can't skip stuff on the ground, because I'm still thinking of it the way I think of Super Sonic from Sonic Generations. And Sonic and Super Sonic, is like from from Supersonic in Sonic Generations allows you to skip most intense platforming sections and go faster for it. Whereas Doomwing's Shadow, flying is actually a lot slower than ground boosting. Which means that, well, yes, you absolutely can trivialize platforming sections. It's gonna be slower much of the time than just doing like the quick step section or something, because if you're boosting, Doomwings slow you down over ground boosting. But I've been yapping on long enough. It's been almost 3 hours. I need to go eat dinner. So, if any of you are from... So, to anyone still watching, or anyone watching the VOD for some reason, this has been fun. I can't wait to do this again sometime in the future, although probably not tomorrow. Bye! I said bye!